Okay, in our last episode, we had the brakes fail on the van. We were coming down a steep mountain. Pretty freaking scary time. Well, during all that commotion, I didn't share it with you because we had so much going on with the brakes. I had a crown on one of my back teeth just fall off. Just fell off. So, found a dentist in the next little town up from where we got our brakes fixed. I think it's Stein's, S-T-A-I-N-C. Walked in. Everyone was really helpful. But in these small towns here in Austria, we're learning not everyone speaks English. But they were still super kind. They got me in within like 20 minutes of a walk-in, which was amazing. The dentist was very nice and put the crown back on. They took a panoramic x-ray because I told him I was feeling a little pain in the gum and I just wanted to make sure that the root canal that was formed on this tooth was still good. And there is a little bit of inflammation back there, but he thinks the root canal is good. So he cemented the crown back on. I am good to go, but he did give me some antibiotics. So we'll have to walk up to the pharmacy here in a little bit and get that picked up, and keep your fingers crossed. That takes care of the little bit of pain I've got going on there, and we don't have to revisit this root canal down the road. But now I am back at the van. We found a nice parking spot here in this town, and we're gonna have to walk to the pharmacy. What's going on in there, Curty?
You gotta go to the pharmacy?
Gotta go to the pharmacy.
I'm chillaxing.
One thing I forgot to mention about that dentist, we are not in Latin America anymore, and we are not in the Balkans. To get the panoramic x-ray and get my crown cemented back on, 181 euros. Let's see, looks like 86 of that was the panorama, and the visit with the dentist was 95. Whew, but it's okay, because all is good. Tooth is back on, right, Curt?
Yep, how much was it?
181 euros. We're not in Latin America for sure. So it was a very short walk to the pharmacy right here behind me, which I'm gonna say it wrong, but I think they're called apotheke? I don't know. I'll show you the word, I'll show you the sign. But they were super helpful in there. The lady that spoke English came over to help me, and I have 5 days worth of antibiotics, and it cost 11 euros. She also said that this antibiotic may upset my stomach, and she gave me some samples so that I didn't have to buy that it would ease my stomach if this one did upset it. So we've got our antibiotics, and I have decided that this is such a cute little downtown area. I'm gonna show it to you before I walk back to the van. All right, guys, I stopped off at the bakery. Everyone was very helpful. Thank you so much. And I picked up too many desserts, but we have had a bit of a rough couple of days. So a little treat was in order. And I'm so glad I popped into that bakery because the ladies were so nice. But let's head back to the van, and I'm gonna show you a little bit more of this town on the way. What a great little town. So I got my antibiotics, 11 euros, and right across the street was a bakery. So we've had a rough couple of days. So I overdid it, but we got some treats.
Ooh, cream puffs.
Yep, 2 cream puffs.
Yes, fancy cream puffs.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're called French horns.
Well, I got them.
Kind of like a horn.
They looked good, and then I kept ordering. What was this one? There's our 2 pieces of pie. I don't know what the flavors are. One has a cherry on top though, so it's likely mine. And then this one, they couldn't figure out how to tell me what the fruit was, so I felt like we should try it because it looked kind of good. It's not apple, I don't believe. There you go.
Peach.
Oh, there you go.
It's peach cobbler.
Oh, you'll like that, huh? Maybe.
Yeah,
All right. That's what I did. We're gonna relax and chill, guys. Recuperate from our stressful couple of days of the no breaks and the dentist, and we'll be back after we've eaten all these desserts. But don't worry, we won't eat them all at once. Piana, what are you doing? You getting on the dash? You ready to relax and chill too? Okay, we will. Good morning. We had a good night's sleep right there in that parking lot in that little town of Staines. It was a perfect little place to have to deal with some dental problems. Cute little town, right, Curt?
Yeah, we had a nice little lunch of schnitzel. I don't think we videoed it, but it was relaxing.
Yes, kind of what we needed. So we are on the road. We are headed to, we think, a winery camp. We'll see if that works out. And there's not many like big landmark destinations in this part of Austria. It's more about the rolling hills and the pretty little wooden houses and little churches scattered around, and I think there's a castle every once in a while.
And it's wine country.
Yeah, it's wine country, and it's more about just enjoying the drive. So buckle up with us. We're driving across southeast Austria today.
As you can tell, we are settled into our camp spot. Unfortunately, it wasn't a long drive because we ended up on the Autobahn. But you can see everybody's settled in, and they have a barbecue grill here. So today for lunch, we're going to have a little grilled eggplant, stuffed peppers with hummus and some leeks, and then we're going to have some burgers. So on the grill, rare treat for us. And look at this view. Let me open this up so you can see this. And that's our view right now. Nice farm view. There's some sheep down here, and of course the grass the cats will love. We're kind of surrounded by forest, and in the background, nice rolling hills with some big, well, farm estates, I would call them. And we're going to settle in for a few days. But let's go cook these burgers. All right, we have the stuffed peppers on the grill and the eggplant. The stuffed peppers will definitely take longer than the burgers, so we'll wait to put those on. But I wanted to show you this kitchen, and they have all sorts of stuff here. So you can see they got some breads and buns and all types of stuff here. And then here they have local gourmet chocolates. So you can see that, very fancy. And then Snow had some pasta the other day, and it had pumpkin seed oil. So here you can get some pumpkin seed oil, and there's some other stuff here. I don't know exactly what it all is. And we got the little oven here. I think there's stuff here. Oh, information about the local stuff. But look over here, guys. They have all kinds of local wines. So these are all from the wineries from the region and nearby. And I guess these are some kind of little snobs or reckies or little homemade liquor. You can get some meat here as well. And then in here they have marmalades, eggs. Yeah, you can pretty much get anything you need right here.
Nice.
So nice little kitchen, nice little farmhouse. It's a beautiful place with a nice view. So we're going to enjoy this and relax. It's getting close.
That's a tasty burger. We haven't had food on a grill that we cooked ourselves in a very long time.
Argentina.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Oh, so good. Good morning from a very peaceful farm campsite that we found on our trusty app, Park for Night. Last night we had wine and snacks up at the little kitchen area with our new friends from the UK. They'll be rolling out today. And this morning, bright and early, Curt has taken the big camera down here to a tree because we have discovered baby woodpeckers with the mom coming to feed them from time to time. So let's see if Curt can get a good shot of them. Definitely a peaceful camp. I think I'm sitting here by an apple tree with baby apples. Curt's returning from the bird filming adventure. Was there a mom and a dad feeding them?
There was two of them. I'll have to look at the video. I couldn't tell if one was a mom and dad, but there was definitely two feeding.
Yeah.
And the little birds are eating a lot. I mean,
And they scream. They're either eating or screaming.
When the mama gets close, they either hear it or smell her because they start chirping louder. It's pretty cool. But they're bringing back big old bugs and just
feeding them.
The babies. Feed me, feed me.
What a cool way to start the day, huh, Curdy?
It is a beautiful morning.
So we've gotten a tip from our new friends. So it's Lorraine and Andrew. Somewhere over here, Curt's getting to look at this thing. Where are you at, Curt? Has he gone inside?
Shall I show you?
Yeah, show me. Oh, here it is. There's the cover.
There's the cover.
We deal with condensation on our windshield really, really, really tough a lot of the times. These guys say if we get this and cover the windshield from the outside when we park up somewhere where we're going to be for a little while, that we won't have condensation. So I believe Curt has already scoped this thing out.
The other beauty is now is you can drop it. It's got like a privacy underneath.
Also, there's where we can see out.
On the screen, you can still peel this down, so you can see out.
Yeah, you can see out.
Can't see in.
So Vanna, our little kitty, could still see out.
Your cat can still see out, and it does. It pretty much eliminates condensation. Yeah.
Paragon, is that what it's called? Fold down screen.
It was actually an English one, so that's
okay. All right, guys, we're going to be on the lookout for this. You'll see when we find one. Thank you.
No worries.
It's an edit day here in the van. But we put out a batch of kitty food that apparently these two did not like and refused to eat. So Curt set it outside to see if we could round up a chicken. And it did not take long. A little bit of live entertainment for our kitties. Don't worry, the chicken is safe because of our screen door. But when we're at a campsite, the kitties are always the star of the show. What do you got there, Curt?
Well, this is a little farm stay, and it's really a super nice, cool place. We'll have to show it to you. But they have a little seminar going on here, and on a few breaks, one of the young ladies came out, and I was walking Vanna, and she fell in love with Vanna. And so I didn't think much about it. You know, she's a little superstar, and so is G Money. But today they came back and had another class, and she brought us this picture right here of Vanna. She said, it just made my day yesterday to see her, and I was thinking about her, and I drew this picture for you guys of her.
And it does capture her little spirit, doesn't it? Look at those big blue eyes.
It was such a sweet gesture, so I brought Vanna out. We had a walkabout, but in any event, it was pretty cool. So look, we got some homemade art here from Austria, so we'll put that on the refrigerator, and it'll be cool.
Yes, it will. All right.
It's Vanna.
Back to editing, guys. Back to editing. All right, guys. Sun's about to set, and we are parked in a hailstorm. Pretty good sized hail. We're all buttoned up. The kitties are not enjoying this very much. Hopefully this hail doesn't get much bigger than this, guys. Bouncing off the hood like ping pong balls. I'd say it's probably pea and marble sized right now. Cross your fingers it doesn't get any bigger. Oh good there. It sounds like it's dying down a little. Everybody okay back there?
Still alive.
She okay? Nanner's a little spooked.
Yeah,
She's alright. Alright, guys. It looks like our hailstorm is winding down. It's an exciting way to end a relaxing day on a little farm stay. This is taking rain on a tin roof to a whole new level. In case you guys wondered what it sounds like in the van in a hailstorm. It's not over yet. What you think, G? What's going on out there, buddy? Alright, it looks like our hailstorm's pretty much over. So we're gonna get ready for bed. We survived the storm. See y'all in the morning when I think we're finally gonna leave this little camp and hit the road. We woke up in the rain. Still pretty at this little place, even with the rain. We wanted to give you a pretty good tour of this place, but the rain kind of made it where I had to do a quick run around and shoot some things. But a perfect little farm stay campsite. We were going to stay one night. We ended up staying 3. That is always a telltale sign that it is comfortable and nice. Really good hot showers, right, Curdy?
Just really enjoyed it. It was a place on the rolling hills with the farm. We could stretch the eyes, watch the birds, the sheep, and it was an active little place, but quietly active, and we just really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and all the little things, the little local gourmet items that they have for sale on the honor system in their little kitchen area.
And we met some really cool people from the UK.
Andrew and Lorraine. So hey guys, we'll see you when we get over to your neck of the woods. But we are hitting the road, and we have a destination, which is kind of a surprise because we haven't for a long time.
Well, we just kind of, since we've been in Austria, we didn't do a lot of prep for Austria, at least this pass through. It was not planned, and so we're just kind of driving and just kind of enjoying not having an itinerary, not having a big item to go to, and we're just going to do some cruising.
Yeah, our schedule, if you may remember, got a little bit thrown out of whack for a good reason, because we have to meet some really good friends that we're excited to share with you. Some of you will remember them, and we're meeting them in Slovakia in about, I think, a week and a half or 2 weeks. So that kind of changed and detoured us through this part of Austria, which is beautiful, but it's not a tourist spot. So we're just cruising, like Curt says. But we do need to find some groceries, don't we, Curt?
Hungry! Maybe we should go to Hungary.
Oh, spoiler alert. Welcome to our 24th country in the van. We just crossed into Hungary. And we are in the rural parts for sure. The language on the signs has changed. The look of things changed a little bit. But let's venture up in here and see what all we can find, guys.
Well, we kind of came in like really a forest road, a back road, and it was kind of an uneventful border crossing. We saw a little kind of security guard right before we left Austria, a little military dude kind of hiding in the bushes, but other than that, yeah, we're in Hungary.
So when we first crossed the border, guys, we saw a stork nest, but there was no way to pull off and video it for you. But right then, a stork just flew over the van, right in the middle of town. We are definitely in the land of some sort of stork.
Well, we saw them when we first got into Europe. We saw them in France, and mostly we saw the empty nest because it was winter. And so this must be an area where they either migrate through or they stick around year round. So we're going to be on the lookout.
And I was just commenting to Curt that the roads took a little step down. They're not bad. And the construction in this area, the architecture has changed a little bit. But that was a really interesting little city that we just drove through. Really cool old buildings, look like maybe from the old Soviet era.
Yeah, they had a nice mix of architecture, some old, some new, some fancy, some humble, and it's just the way we like to travel. Glad we chose a rural road and we're just kind of cruising through the farmland in these little towns. And cloudy day, but we're enjoying it.
Yeah, Curt did a good job of putting a bunch of pins on the map and keeping us on the back roads. The Google lady always likes to get us on the big roads, but we like this a lot more.
All right, we stopped at this little pond hoping we could stay overnight here, and I actually think, oh look at that big fish. It looks like they caught a giant carp down here. But we passed this place on the road and saw everybody fishing here. Thought it'd be a nice place. Wow.
Tehát olyan kapásról tudod, hogy megpiszkálta, és akkor egyszer csak így visszaállja.
Look at that big. Nice fish. Woo!
Carp.
Carp, yeah.
Carp? Thank you.
So anyway, we stopped off here at a camp, maybe thinking we could stay the night. It's a nice view of the lake, people fishing.
But now we're hitting the road because camping here is not going to work out.
Well,
Plan B.
there is a new chief at the wheel, and she is taking us to a new place.
Yes, we were going to spend a little time in this town, but to be honest, we got here and it looks like there's some sort of festival going on for the locals, and there's just zero room for camper vans. So we stopped off at that restaurant. I had a schnitzel, which apparently had some sour cream type sauce and cheese on top with some rice. It was really yummy. Curt had some of the local fried fish. And we got a piece of the cake to go. Now that was 8,000 Hungarian monies. I don't know what they're called yet, but we do know that Hungary does not use the euro. So they have their own money. We need to pick some of that up somewhere along the way. We were able to pay with credit card, but it was 8,000 Hungary monies, which is about 22 US dollars. So we have decided we're going to leave this town and drive a little over an hour to a little peninsula that sticks out in the lake and see if we can't find a little place to hide off in the corner and camp for the night and figure out what else we can get into as we make our way deeper into Hungary. In our comments on YouTube, we get asked a lot of questions. And sometimes the same question pops up over and over and over again. Look at those.
We gotta go back there.
Okay.
All right, we were headed down the road and looked over and saw this huge field of flowers in bloom. And it looks magical. A lot of these are purple down the way, some red ones, and there's some white ones blended in, and there are definitely some that have not even bloomed yet. Not sure what kind of flowers these are, but we are going to figure it out.
Miles and miles on the clear blue skies, we drive straight as an arrow flies. Nowhere to be, no dreams to chase tonight. We've got time to waste, let's waste it right.
We get asked questions in the comments on our YouTube channel all the time. Sometimes a question gets asked a ton. And we've decided when that starts happening, we're going to just pop in here and answer it in a video. You guys ask us if we use Google Translate, or tell us that we should use Google Translate. And of course we use Google Translate as we travel around the world to all these different language-filled countries. But Google Translate is slow. And if we download every language, our phone would get full. Sometimes we don't have cell service. Sometimes when you put a phone in somebody's face and try to use Google Translate, it turns them off and it intimidates them. Now, if we're in a very important situation where we need to know what's being talked about, like the dentist, the doctor, or if we're at a mechanic shop, of course we're going to pull it out and take the time, and they're going to understand that everything has to be just right. We definitely use the camera feature of Google Translate a lot, especially on like menus and stuff. But when you guys see us struggling to talk to someone over our 5 years of traveling in places where people do not speak our language and we don't speak theirs, we've learned that it seems to be more, received a little bit better if we try. Even if we are fumbling through and we're playing charades or we're drawing pictures or we're doing hand signals, they tend to appreciate the effort. And then if all else fails, yes, we will pull out our phone and use Google Translate. So that answers that question. Anything you got to add on that, Curdy?
No, I think you said it. It's easier than it looks.
Yeah.
Communication's more about words, and sometimes it's best just to put the phones down and figure it out.
Yeah, the tone of your voice and all that kind of stuff, it just doesn't come through if you just stick a phone in somebody's face and expect them to read it. So that is your answer to the question of do we use Google Translate, or when you're telling us to use it. Of course we use it when it's absolutely necessary. We prefer not to because it takes away from some of the authenticity.
All right, guys, the day has taken a turn. We are cruising by the lake, closing in on our destination, and the clouds have given way to rain, and there's lightning striking all around us. So we do not have a confirmed camp spot. We got a couple, 3 options out in a peninsula on this lake. So fingers crossed we find something that works out for us. Oh boy.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!